In today's globalised world, powered by the internet, our personal data is everywhere. Whether we're flying on a plane, buying something with a credit card, or simply surfing online, we leave behind a data footprint of information about ourselves, our habits, and our lives. So what's your view on data protection? Do you favour the tightest possible controls? Do you trust the authorities with your personal information? The EPP Group's chief expert on data protection is German MEP Axel Voss. He's also Parliament's rapporteur on draft legislation from the European Commission that aims to update current data protection laws. This week here in Brussels, his draft report has won support from colleagues on the Parliament's Civil Liberties, Justice and Home Affairs Committee. He told EPP TV why it's necessary to revise and strengthen EU data protection rules.
The main purpose of what we should implement now in the report is to have a uniform level standard throughout the EU, and even everywhere where data processed European citizens were data processed, we should have a European standard, and therefore we are fighting for the citizens' rights and strengthening the consumers' rights.
Data protection is often characterized as mainly being about consumer privacy. In fact, data protection encompasses almost every sector of government and the economy, which means there are dozens of stakeholders in this debate, each of them with a different perspective. That's why the rapporteur has been keen to stress in his report the importance of taking a balanced approach and not being overly influenced either by those calling for a hardline approach to data protection or those who say the current rules are already too strict.
Nowadays, so we have in the digital age a need for comparison of data, and so at first we have to make sure that privacy is still installed, but also freedom is installed, and safety, common security, and so we have to think about what's also again the right balance for these issues.
Another aspect of data protection legislation is that it ends up costing money, and it's usually businesses that have to bear the brunt of that cost. In a highly competitive single market, it's very difficult for companies to pass on those costs to the consumer. For the EPP Group, it's therefore vital to make sure that the new EU-wide legislation does not impose an unfair burden on business, in particular small and medium-sized companies that the EU wants to help lead Europe's economic recovery.
We are demanding in our report that the financial and bureaucratic burdens are kept to a minimum, and so we have always in mind that the burdens for businesses are very low, and we try to implement this.
It's a complex and controversial subject that many people care passionately about, which is why the EPP Group is determined to build a consensus of stakeholders based on the principles of fairness, balance and security. For more information about our group's activities, please visit our website, eppgroup.eu. Thanks for watching and see you again soon.